King Kong won't stand these 10 beasts. You have probably heard or seen in the screen this big guy known as King Kong. Many years have passed since the creation of this legendary creature. However, in the last few years, he has come back and has appeared in many films and spectacles. But the question is, can any other movie monster defeat the King of Primate? And turns out there are a few monsters that could put up a good fight against this famous monkey and beat him. But before we start, make sure to hit the bell below and subscribe. Also, don't forget to give us a like. So here are 10 movies monsters that could kick King Kong's ass. Mothra. In order to defeat a super monkey, you need an animal that is just as big, and a great option for that is Mothra. The Moth Queen is almost 500 feet in width, and this monster has everything to go on a fair fight against the big monkey. As we have seen before, Mothra has fought several times against Godzilla, but to be honest, she didn't always manage to get out of it alive. Still, the Moth Queen can throw King Kong out on his ear, and if she's hungry enough, then she might easily leave the giant monkey butt naked. Norwegian Trolls. These ugly nocturnal creatures became famous after the Norwegian film Troll. Although there have been all kinds of trolls in history, these ones in particular are disgusting. For that reason, we believe that these gigantics could be strong enough to put up a fight against King Kong. However, these monsters are afraid of light. Once exposed to it, they could immediately transform into stone. So, if the primate manages to find a lamp or a big torch and points the lights in the face of the troll, they will have no chance. But if that doesn't happen, then Kong will have to run with all his heart to escape from these creatures. Gigantic Octopus. You probably don't know or don't remember, but King Kong has already been in a fight with a sticky and repulsive creature with at least 8 arms, if not more. In that fight in 1962, the giant monkey managed to beat the creature and send it back where it belongs. Obviously, King Kong had a huge advantage since the battle took place on his territory, on land. However, if someday King Kong decides to go swimming and encounters a giant octopus in the middle of the sea, he would definitely have a hard time to escape from the sea monster. The Blob. This fight wouldn't be as exciting as the others, given that it would be over in just a few minutes. You may ask why? Well, simply because this alien boidal entity that looks like a filthy piece of jelly eats absolutely everything that he touches, and that includes, obviously, giant monkeys. The Blob is not the sort of creature King Kong is built to face. He can punch, bite, and stomp all he wants, but none of it will do a thing to the Blob. Its only weakness is extreme cold, which would be something very hard for King Kong to come up with. The monkey's only hope would be to get to the Blob before it got so big it could consume him whole. And even if we did, we believe the Blob would just make a much slower meal out of the giant monkey. Optimus Prime. We all agree that this huge robot can defeat almost anyone without even trying too hard. Yeah, I know. Optimus Prime has a good heart, but he would be a good candidate to defeat King Kong. This huge machine can put up a fight against the biggest and scariest monsters of all time. Despite his incredible physical strength and its extraordinary abilities, Optimus Prime's still vulnerable. In fact, in practically all of the Transformers movies, he died some way or another. But once he's dead, somehow a miracle takes place and he comes back to life and is even stronger than before. So let's say King Kong beats him to death. In some unexpected way, he'll still come back to life and kick the life out of that monkey. The Giant Amoeba. This creature with amoeboid cells the size of a city is quite possibly the largest monster ever committed to film, and just its size alone would make it a tough fight for King Kong. The monkey would have a hard time finding a single jaw of this creature to rip apart. It could take days for him to find it. Even if he did manage to locate the super gross weak spot on this alien monster, Kong wouldn't be able to do much damage before the alien beast just sat down and turned him into a primate pancake. The Kraken. Whether you go with the original 1981 Clash of the Titans Kraken or the one from 2010, the giant monkey wouldn't stand a chance. The Kraken have a good advantage over the monkey just by its size. It could simply pull the struggling gorilla under the water and wait until he stopped breathing. Even if Kong managed to keep the fight on land, the Kraken got tentacles powerful enough to pull ships underwater and level cities. Also, he works for the god Poseidon at the bidding of Zeus, so nothing more to say here. Dragons. Most, if not all dragons breathe some brand of fire, meaning they could soar overhead and rain down devastation on whatever jungle Kong tried to hide in. Any of them would slaughter King Kong without sweat. Well, maybe he has a chance against small dragons by hurling rocks and other projectiles, but dragons are generally smart enough to stay out of the way of ground-based enemies. If, by a small chance, there was any dragon King Kong might be able to beat, it would probably be Pete's lovable dragon, Elliot. But given that King Kong has a soft spot for cute creatures, probably that standoff ends in a hug. Cthulhu. This monster could definitely eat King Kong for breakfast and still be hungry after that. This great dreamer monster has an octopus head and dragon wings in a human body, and it's more than 300 feet long. This creature has been feared since the ancient times, and we can see why. Some say that if you look at Cthulhu even with the corner of your eye, your brain will be fried and you lose all ability to think. No doubts this beast would eliminate King Kong in seconds. Godzilla. The two heavyweights of Monsterverse, King Kong and Godzilla, shared the big screen recently after decades of individual adventures. But the real question is, who is the strongest? In most films where these two appears, the big monkey seemed to win. But the 2021 movie Godzilla vs. King Kong did not end with a clear winner after we saw the two titans unite against a third enemy. However, Godzilla, the king of the monsters, proved to be stronger than Kong in terms of raw power and could even plummet Kong with an axe in a face-off match, emerging victorious from the battle. You think we got it wrong and the big monkey would come out on top in some of these encounters? Let us know in the comments. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all in the next video.